I will never, ever get one of these flying broomsticks.
In GTA.
Yeah.
Really? That's the thing they put in?
I mean, it's not actually a flying broomstick. It's like a flying futuristic motorcycle that shoots
Oh,
rockets.
yeah, I like those hoverbikes. They're cool. They're pretty cool.
They're not. They're not. They're asshole machines.
The ones with the little wings on them?
They have rockets and countermeasures.
That might be a different thing
They're
then.
they're more effective than a attack helicopter or even a stealth jet.
Yeah. I saw the inspiration, quote unquote, for the winged motorcycles. It was pretty amazing. Just as something that was very, very terrible. I can't even remember what it was from. Some shitty 80s TV show, I think it was. It was just like a hoverbike trying to land in a helicopter or something. I don't fucking know, but it was a thing that was very amusing
Yeah.
and turned into something cool, which is I feel like not a thing GTA is good at making things that are cool, but they
No.
try.
They
And
just want me to they want me to pay for it and I refuse.
even a broken clock is right twice a day. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast episode. Hi, I'm Casey. How's it going?
Hello.
We got Sisa,
Hello. I'm here.
and we kind of got Kenshi, but he's distracted playing his totally not a gacha game.
I'm not distracted at all. What was the point of the conversation we just had? I can do this and do everything at once. Yes. Kenchi's here playing Grand Theft Auto, and oh god, I've made a terrible mistake. I learned something about myself today that I was not prepared to learn about.
What was this?
That I am playing the stupid thing, Grand Theft Auto Online, and I've been giving zero shit for years. Gotcha game. This is a gotcha game. It is, because you don't even have to focus to be good at it. This is no skill involved in here, especially now. All the shit that they put in here.
I'm curious what you mean by that.
What part?
God, like you put money in and then you get things.
You can, which is
Everything
in
in
every
GTA
gacha game is you can put money in it and get cool stuff, or you could just
Everything in
play the
GTA
game for
runs
hours
off
upon
money.
hours upon hours upon hours upon hours and get the stuff that way.
Yeah.
I mean, sadly, that's true of almost every video game these days. I mean,
Yeah,
even
that's the
DMC
part.
5 has a bunch of microtransactions where you can just buy currency.
Yeah. But then you got to use that currency in Grand Theft Auto to buy, weapons for yourself, which isn't even the problem anymore. You got to buy vehicles to compete, such as the Oppressor, a flying broomstick, as you'll hear it called. It is a futuristic bike with rockets and countermeasures to prevent other rockets from shooting you, and it sucks.
Yeah, like most video games are video games first, and gacha games and GTA more publisher ATMs first, and maybe sometimes occasionally a video game.
To be fair, these things only really matter in free mode. You can actually play actual modes, and these things never come up.
Yeah,
But free mode is where you make the most money. So you see them there a
yeah.
lot.
You can play the modes, and then when you're done, it dumps you back into the free mode where someone will immediately gank you with whatever ridiculous bullshit they paid $70 for, and then you feel shitty. And if you're smart, I suppose you immediately flee from the free mode and go back to doing things that are actually allowed to be fun. Yeah.
The fact that anyone plays online mode is kind of surprising to me. It just feels like a mess.
It's the only thing left to do after you beat the game.
It is a game of one-upmanship. That's literally what it is. The whole game is about getting enough money to fuck with people, and people will naturally try and get enough money to not be fucked with, so that they can fuck with people, so that other people will try and get money to not be fucked with, so they can fuck with people, etc.
I don't want to fuck with anybody. I would rather not deal with anyone.
Yeah, that's kind of my thinking. Like, I'm sure if we're given the option, they would play not with other people unless they actually like wanted to. They could have their own offline world that they could play in, and then matchmaking would be other people.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, and is probably something people have been asking about for a while. Like, you can have private sessions for multiple people, but I don't think you can have a private online session on your own.
That used to be a thing. I don't know why they took it out. It pisses me off.
Video games.
And here's the thing. They took it out before they put all the shit in it that you could actually use to make money. So you can't even like go in there now and like it existed before you could even have it actually find a use for it.
That's the thing. Most of the things that allow you to make money in the free mode are designed around other people constantly trying to stop you and fuck you over and make that money themselves. Like, God, the amount of game modes that I've seen of like the CEO shit and the biker gang shit, and it's all about getting like a mission to deliver something, and on the way other players will be able to just swoop in, shoot you with rockets, take the thing and finish it themselves and get all the money. So all of that is pointless because it just turns into nothing.
So what I do when I have to do stuff like that is I will keep searching for a new session until I end up in an empty one and try to do this as fast as possible before anyone shows up in here.
That is incredibly depressing.
Yeah.
So the only way to effectively play the game is to skulk around, basically?
Unless you have a crew and or oppressive level weaponry.
Even if you have a crew, like I said, I was watching I used to watch the Achievement Hunter GTA vids where they had 6 people that have spent a lot of fucking money on that game and have some ridiculous shit. And they still got fucking swarmed by 10 other players just constantly shooting them with rockets until they all died.
I mean, in fairness, they're like celebrities, essentially. So, of course, everyone who sees them is going to come after them. Most people don't have to deal with that level of attention.
Maybe.
But, yeah, no, that's fucking stupid. I mean, anyone can get lucky with a rocket. I mean, it just feels like poor game design. Just make a game that the only way to effectively play it is to ignore other players.
Here's the thing. Tonally, I think it's exactly right for GTA. Because GTA at this point is just a canvas of absolute vindictive piece of shit people in a piece of shit world with piece of shit societal mechanisms, just absolute trash fire of a setting where everything sucks and everyone hates each other and everyone is kind of a despicable cunt.
So, you know, life?
No. It actually manages to be worse than life, which is a feat. All in the name of satire, quote unquote. So, the multiplayer mode kind of reflects that. Tonally, that makes sense. Doesn't make it fun, but it makes sense.
That is fair. I mean, everything is fucked and nothing has consequences. So, yeah.
God, I hate GTA. It's a game I wanted to like. I really wanted to like it, but it's such an asshole, just in general.
I mean, the offline mode, the single player mode, or the actual GTA game is pretty good. It's just GTA Online is a mess.
Yeah, but like even the single player mode is like constantly going like fuck you for playing this game kind of thing. It just doesn't. Yeah, it's just a constantly mean spirited thing that's just not fun to me. I don't know. I guess I'm not the target audience for it anymore. I remember when it had fun with being an asshole, but now it's just fuck everything, everything sucks kind of thing.
That's fair.
Now I'm just sad thinking about Vice City, where they were allowed to just make really dumb jokes about Lance Vance having a rhyming name.
That is really fun.
It was really stupid. The Last Dance of Lance Vance. Anyway, yeah, so GTA's stupid and Kenji's stupid for playing it. Anyway, so, how you doing, Slicer?
Pretty good. I actually, after our last recording, I just kind of scrounged over QQ and just started reading a bunch of stuff. So it's been nice.
Yeah, they have a bit of a craze going on right now.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what a jump chain is, and I barely know what a CYOA is.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that make you, they kind of assume that you know what stuff is.
Alright. Crash course. A jump chain is where you... Basically, it's a self-insert template. So there are multiple like formats for it of how some divine being that they give stupid names like Jump Chan or Rob for random omnipotent whatever the fuck they want the B to stand for.
That one I'm familiar with.
Yeah, and it gives them a choice of powers and stuff, and they can travel between settings like what's the name? Sleeping with the Girls. You remember that one?
The name sounds really familiar.
I remember the concept.
Yeah, the one where the dude would fall asleep and he would wake up in bed with a girl from another setting, and he would be in that setting.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
That's a jump chain. There is a mechanism where he just jumps from setting to setting and does whatever in those settings.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what a jump chain is, and the COIOA is it's a similar sort of thing. It's adjacent to that concept. It's basically the same thing, only it may or may not do the jumping between settings thing. It might just be limited to one. So that's what that is. Just a format for designing a self-insert and what they have access to when they get dumped into a new setting. That's all.
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound too inherently complicated in and of itself, so that's good.
Yeah. There is currently a craze going on for what's called the economy CYOA, where...
I did see a lot of that.
Yeah, there are a lot of those because someone did one and then everyone was like, oh shit, I like this concept, I'm going to do one. And then they write one chapter of it and get bored because it's a craze, and that's how those go for most of the time.
Things... Yeah.
There's a few that last longer, and those are usually the good ones because they're the ones that have writers that actually give a shit. And the concept for the economy CYOA is that the person doing it has a book of waifus, effectively, and a certain amount of money. And they're allowed to choose waifus by spending money on them.
Fucking wife
and that's
fantasy
it.
draft.
Yeah, basically.
DraftKings for your waifu and your family.
Basically, yeah. That's effectively what it is.
Oh my god, it's brilliant. I need to monetize that.
Yeah, there are some that play it entirely straight and do it as, like, self-gratification, fantasy thing. And porn, naturally.
Oh, yeah.
And there are a couple that do novel concepts with it. Like, there is one that had... I think someone recommended it. I can't remember who.
I'm pretty sure you were the one who recommended it, where he summons Nico Robin first, and she just kills him.
I didn't like that one, so I didn't recommend it. So
Oh.
it must have been someone. I can't imagine who it would have been, but like clearly it wasn't Patient, because that'd be insane. Like Patient just jumps in and like, hey, I'm gonna recommend this porn concept for you. Maybe it was Zero, but that'd be just as weird. But yeah,
Again,
that's one of the ones that
I'm
was.
pretty sure that was you, but okay.
It wasn't me, because I didn't like that. I read a chapter and then I dropped it because I wasn't interested.
I don't think you recommended it. You just talked about it because it was an interesting idea.
No.
I gotta flesh out this business model more because it seems like something I can make money off of if I knew how to.
So that was one, and then there was another one that was like, the one running the CYOA, the one that was basically in charge of the whole scenario, was like kind of an asshole. So the protagonist would like choose Saber. He would choose King Arthur from Fate. Only it would turn out to be Saber Alter, who is an axe crazy person that will just murder anyone that crosses her. That sort of thing, where just everything is intended to go wrong and just make things as difficult and complicated as possible. So there are some people doing some interesting things with it, I think.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's always nice to see a formula shaken up, especially if it becomes super popular and overdone.
Yeah, it got really popular really quickly. I don't know whether it's even dying down yet. I hope so.
I think that might take a while, considering it's buying waifus. It's gotcha of fan fiction.
Kind of, yeah.
First thing I need is someone who knows how to design an app. This is the next big thing, man. I'm gonna take it to the next level.
A lot of app designers were self-taught. You could probably figure it out.
Also, you're just describing Fate Go. I mean,
yeah, that too is also true.
Shut up, so they don't sue me when I do this.
Well, Kenji, if you really want it, I've actually got a document that before this craze started, I was planning on doing something a little bit similar that was just gacha for waifus that I was going to do. And yeah, spent a lot of effort on it. And then this thing came up, and I was like, oh, well, fuck it, I guess. Never mind.
So I'd be robbing from two people now, man. Do that anymore. I'm an honest criminal.
Oh well. Even did the first rolls for it. It was fucking Mashiro from Bleach and Kawakami from Persona. Fucking Mal would have been happy with it.
Oh.
If I'd have started it, but oh well. Never mind. Sorry, Slicer, I completely derailed your thing of the stuff that you were doing.
Oh, right. I found some pretty fun stuff. A lot of it is not as long as I'd like, but you can't really... I kind of solved that by going to the filtering all the posts in the forum by view count or
What's
replies. That generally means that the fic is longer. Usually, at least. A lot of good Dragon Ball Z stuff, actually. Like, people have a lot of fun with the universe. I don't think Earth ever comes up in most of them.
Yeah, there's been a few.
Like, that's... Like, I see a lot of crossovers over time, and they almost always are canon with one extra character, essentially. This has nothing to do with canon. Almost ever. So,
yeah,
that's kind of cool.
they like to explore settings a little more on the space battles, sufficient velocity, and quick questionable questing. So
It does seem that way, and it's nice to see a lot of DxD stuff too, which I'm not surprised considering that's waifu the anime.
yeah, it's kind of mediocre waifu the anime. Well, I say
Pretty much.
mediocre wife. The interesting ones are present, but also completely ignored. So that's that happens.
I will say I'm actually really disappointed in almost all of the Naruto stories.
You are.
They're just not good. Like
Does this
any of them.
surprise you?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I've ran across some stinkers on almost everything so far, but like every single Naruto story has been not good. I guess there was the one where it was time loop intros for the teams. That was kind of funny, but like it wasn't like a substantial story. It was just snippets,
Mm.
and that's honestly been my week. I tried to download Remnant from the Ashes, which was described to me as Dark Souls with guns and Chalice dungeons, which I'm all about. I guess it's procedurally generated areas that you go into, and you are a guy in post-apocalyptic world with a gun and swords, and you just kind of kill everything. And so I'm all about that. But my family decided to pause the download while I was at work. So I got home and I had 24 hours left on the download instead of none.
Oof.
So that was irritating. But I did get to play. It did half download, so I got to play like the first area, which was nice, and it feels fluid. You can't lock onto enemies because of the nature, the shooting. So the melee feels a little weird, but the melee is a fallback anyway. It's not. It's a gun game. It's not melee.
Mm.
So once you actually get weapons, that balances out. You start the game, and your first 10, 20 minutes is going to be with a sword. So far, it's a really fun game. I like it a lot.
Oh my god.
And that's really about it, actually.
How's it going, Kenji?
Not well.
No.
No.
How's your gacha?
My delivery of stuff, of counterfeit money, involves me driving the slow ass van. So that's the problem, first of all. Then I have to get out of this slow ass van and drop packages on people's porches. Come on, man. I'm not going to finish. I already know. I'm like a third of the way through, and I can already tell it's not going to let me do the whole thing by myself, which sucks. So, yeah. Aside from that little slice of hell, let's see, what have I done this week? I had a show this weekend.
You did. You posted a thing in the your channel.
I did do that. It is for an organization called Pure Pro Wrestling. And on this show, basically, I might as well have gone back to CWF because like 8 dudes from CWF were on this show. So yeah,
I mean,
not really surprised.
No,
it shut down, so they needed somewhere else to go.
I know, but it was funny to me.
Mm.
So yeah, I was in a tag team match with Snooty Fox. One of the guys that beats me all the time, and I was teaming with him against some other dude and some other dude. One of those dudes happens to be a kid I trained. So yeah, there was that.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So I killed him.
Okay.
Killed him dead. Threw him on his head in the corner and everything.
Fun.
Yeah. And then I lost because, that's what I do.
It was a funny loss.
Actually?
It was a good loss. I'm not gonna lie. I watched it before this.
Yeah.
Is losing actually what you do? Because, I mean,
basically.
Feels like you do that a lot, but I wasn't sure if that was planned or...
He's a heel.
Bad
Are you still a heel?
Win. Yeah. After the match, I fight with Snooty Fox because he kicks me in the face, and that's why I lost. Yeah. In addition to that, that's in Ken Gets His Ass Kicked. If anyone wants to watch me get my ass kicked.
In the public Discord, if people aren't aware. Link in the description.
Let's see, other than that, what else is going on? Not a whole lot, honestly. I, jeez, put me on the spot now. I haven't really done anything this week, honestly. That's like the highlight. I've just been, living, learning, not loving because that's not a thing I do. I hate people.
Oh,
But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Sorry, I don't. I'm not bringing the band this week when it comes to what I did. I'm sorry. I know you expect more.
Like an 80s Wendy's commercial, I'm disappointed by the lack of me.
Thanks, Slicer.
No problem.
okay. That's reference I don't get because we don't have.
Oh,
Wendy's.
there was commercials where the an old woman would go into like Burger King or something and buy a burger, and it'd be a really thin patty, and she'd be like, "Where's the beef?"
Is that what that's
And
from?
then, yeah, and then it would cut to Wendy's, and it'd be a nice looking burger that was, substantial. It might have been a McDonald's actually that had the really thin patties. They kind of
I was
still
gonna
do
say,
that.
what the fuck kind of Burger King was she going to? It's yeah.
80s Burger King. I don't know, like back then.
I mean, Burger King's thing for like 30 years has been the Whopper, so it's kind of the thing to have a big burger. Meanwhile, McDonald's thing was to have a bunch of shit on the burger, so what have I been doing? I have been playing gacha games a lot. Okay, I have been doing other stuff than that, and it's writing stuff, and it's also the other thing that I do a lot. But I booked a ticket for the MHA film. It's coming out in like 2 weeks.
Oh, sweet.
That's hopefully good. The first one was good, so maybe this one will be. Despite what I've heard about it.
I mean, the Science Island was the first one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. So I'm hopeful.
It's weird that the most memorable moment of the fucking first film is fucking Mineta. That's really depressing in a strange way.
You still hate him?
Yeah, everyone does. That's kind of his thing. Everyone fucking hates him.
How can you not hate him?
At some point, it's got to evolve, right, to love to hate. And
No.
No. Also, I feel like I have it worse because I'm part of several different porn discords, and one of them is obsessed with Mineta. So I just it's like constantly getting stabbed every day.
Obsessed in what way?
I don't think I want to know, honestly, given the
I'm
nature of his
curious.
powers.
They talk about him all the time. NTR is a big theme on that one, so not into it, but I like the author or the artist that it's based around. That Discord, I mean. So yeah, he gets brought up a lot. One of the guys on there has a big kink for size difference, and Mineta is tiny. So
He also wears a diaper, so maybe
Yeah.
you're into other things too.
nah, it's mostly the size because he's really into goblins too. So you hear about that a lot.
Yeah, there's an anime he's probably big into, I guess.
Yeah.
That was a weird
Yay.
thing.
On the
Right.
upside, I have a lot of Goblin Slayer gifts. That gets posted a lot.
Good for you.
It sounds like it's a thing.
Yep, it is the thing.
Yeah. So, the fuck else have I done?
Post a link. Not for me,
To
for
the
listeners.
Discord?
Yeah. for listeners. You know someone rented that.
I don't think I can actually do that.
I mean, if you post it here, the patient will get mad, but we do have a public Discord to the channel if you really fucking want to.
Just preps it like, hey, Slash told us about this thing. Here it is.
It won't be the worst thing that's in there.
No, that's a depressingly true fact.
Yeah. So, I feel like there was something else that was... No, not really. It's my birthday next week, I guess. That's the thing that's happening.
Yay.
Not really. I mean,
okay.
I turned 31, so it's like, who cares? So...
Honestly, I feel the same way with my birthday. Yeah. I don't even get presents, so...
Really?
Yeah.
That's,
I haven't gotten presents in 10 years.
That makes me sad.
And people wonder why I don't care about birthday. What changes my birthday? Nothing. I have to spend my own money if I want to even try to enjoy it. I don't. Fuck you, birthday. But your birthday's cool.
Thanks.
I'm not sure what sets it apart, but hey, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I might go get good food or something. I don't know. I don't really care. Like, my sister invited me to the pictures like we usually do for this sort of thing, and it's like there's nothing on. So,
Oh.
I mean, like I say, there was the MHA thing, but I've already bought a single ticket for that, and she would not want to go to that. So,
Not an anime fan?
yeah, I gave her a copy of the first season. I don't know whether she ever watched it, but yeah,
Oh.
she wouldn't be into it, I don't think. Yeah, so, I mean, there's films in, but not good ones, it looks like. I guess I could watch a really depressing war movie for my birthday. Yeah, or I could watch Birds of Prey,
Yeah, go watch that. Go watch that.
a spin-off to a film I didn't see that everyone hated.
Listen, your mileage may vary. Who knows? Casey might like it. You
But
know.
Casey likes Cassandra Cain, so he feels like he would not like it by default.
Is she not in that one?
She is made Harley Quinn's sidekick in that one.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, sometimes you gotta take what you can get.
No, you really don't, though. That's the thing. You can just not take it and be happy with what you have. Like characters that are good and interesting and not just tagged on to another character that people liked in other circumstances, so they'll have to like it now, even when they're being loud and obnoxious and not in a fun way. Anyway, that's Birds of Prey that I will not be going to see. Thank you. I have better things to do, like sitting in my flat and doing nothing for an hour and a half. That is also a thing I can do. I feel like it would be better spent doing that instead. So
Also, it will not cost you $15.
that's true.
So there's that. It's got that going for it too. A friend of mine had the audacity to ask me if I wanted to see that before it came out, and I was like, "Fucking kidding me? I know how this is going to go."
What else is on? Fucking Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr. No, don't care.
Hey, he's got that fuck you Marvel money now.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. There's an autism-friendly screening of Sonic.
What?
Whatever that means.
not bright, not loud.
What? Now I'm just super intrigued. What the fuck?
With some of the jump cuts taken out, I don't know.
I'm going to Google this term because, okay. Autism-friendly screenings are sometimes called relaxed or sensory-friendly screenings. Adjustments are made to reduce stress and sensory input, such as low lighting and sound, freedom to move, and staff trained in autism awareness.
Boom.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Catching those people.
That is... Yeah, that's probably a thing some people need. And more power to cinemas for actually catering to that. So that regular cinema goers don't really have to deal with it, because that would just kind of make everyone miserable. And by everyone, I mean the people with autism and the people without. Like, no one's happy with that circumstance.
Yeah, the middle ground usually just fucks over for everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day, says Cineworld. Say it with a Cineworld gift. Fuck off. Sponsor. Not really sponsor. Let's be a shitty sponsor. Plug would be fuck you, Cineworld. Yeah, that's all the films they want to tell me about, I guess. Oh, Bad Boys for Life is there.
Watch that, I guess, if you enjoy that. If you enjoy Bad Boys.
I think I like Bad Boys 2. I don't remember anything about it, but I think I like it.
It's not as... I mean, it tries to be as bombastic, but it doesn't have Michael Bay directing it, so it's not.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I was 13 when I watched Bad Boys 2, so it's... Yeah.
Some of Michael Bay's finest work.
That's a low bar, but... You know.
I don't care. I'm going to say it. It's got to start somewhere.
Yeah. The Grudge. The Grudge is a thing I vaguely remember. Like, Sarah Michelle Gellar was the lead, I think, on that one. Like, way back in the day. I don't know whether it's a new version or what.
Is it the real one or the Japanese one? The Japanese one's the real one.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this like a reverse of the... I thought The Grudge was the real one in Japanese.
Is it the American one or the real one?
I mean, presumably it's the American one. A lot of American names in it. Yeah. It's a remake of The Grudge, which was not a successful movie from what I remember of the American version. But okay. Underwater, whatever that is. The Call of the Wild, whatever that is. My Hero Academia, and Military Wives. Like I say, there is basically fucking nothing on in the pictures right now. Kind of makes me sad. I would have totally...
Well, you'll have dead seasons.
Doesn't make me sad, just pisses me off. Step your movie game up, world.
Yeah.
And it's February, so... yeah.
Yeah, you'd think there'd be like a rom-com thing going on right now.
Would you go watch that?
No, but I would have thought there'd be one for Valentine's Day. It's like... Gimme the marketing.
Well, fuck Valentine's Day. This is about you.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I can't complain that much. Like, the fucking doing an anime movie screening in fucking Stoke-on-Trent. Like, that doesn't happen, so I'm pretty happy about it.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah. Not only are they doing an anime movie screening, they're doing it in subbed and dubbed.
So you get a choice on whether you want to be a weeb or not.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a... I think you're automatically there the second you show up, but...
Yeah, I'm going to show up in cosplay. I'm going to dye half my hair red, and that's basically going to be it. That's all I'm going to need to do.
Yeah, it's a bit of a low bar for cosplay, but hey, whatever works.
Paint a little splotch on my face.
Yeah, paint happy face purple or whatever the fuck color that is. Carry a lighter.
I feel like that would be frowned upon more.
And some dry ice in the other.
Yeah. That can't go wrong in any way. No, you don't need to carry a lighter because you're going to be Todoroki from the beginning of the series where he doesn't use that. That's how you do.
So you stuff your pockets full of ice.
Yeah.
Start chucking it at people.
Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing else. I've been trying to fill time because the podcast was only a half hour long.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I think it's just gonna have to be a short episode this week. I
I
mean,
guess so. We just don't have much this week. Uh, yeah. Any recommendations and stuff for stuff?
Yes, last you've been reading up Storm.
It's true.
see. Nothing really worth recommending, unfortunately. Like maybe it's just because I'm put on the spot here, but like nothing really stands out. Let me check my bookmarks because I did save all of it.
I mean, there is a watch thread feature. You can just like it'll give you updates and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that. I actually, that's great. Okay, just for the sheer audacity of it, because this combination works really well. Someone did a self-insert of Borderlands where they get turned into a Minotaur.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So they have it so the Echonet, the internet of the world, scans the internet when it determines your skill tree. Like in universe, they have a video game skill tree. They call it out as a video game. And so he has a maze skill tree, a tanking skill tree, and a fucking skill tree because Minotaur.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
just want to add in that also like it totally like nanomachines that'll rewrite your body so you can actually do all sorts of cool stuff, and it'll only maybe give you cancer.
No, that's what the health packs do. Apparently, the downside of instant convenient healing is cancer.
Yeah.
So that's fine. If you're rich enough, cancer isn't a problem. So it's not just like, okay, Brick is really well written in this. It's not just porn. It's actually like a really good story. I've never actually read a good Borderlands story before. I didn't realize how much I loved that universe. Or I had forgotten, rather, because it's been a while since I played Borderlands.
Yeah. God. I'm going to have to decide whether I want to play Borderlands 3 at some point.
Is there any more content on the roadmap, quote unquote?
The what?
Because you may as well just wait for everything to be out.
I mean, that's how Gearbox do. But at the same time, like, the base game, I don't know whether I want to... Because, like, the game is kind of badly designed from everything I've seen.
It's not great, but it's not terrible either. It's like a lot of people just said more Borderlands. It's just more Borderlands, which is not bad. It's just, it doesn't really...
The main thing of Borderlands is the loot system, and the loot system is fucked because everything is orange now and nothing is special.
You do start getting orange weapons pretty quick, but that was the same thing in 2 as well. It's not like they were super rare end-game items.
Like, I finished Borderlands 2 like 3 times before I got a single orange weapon.
I feel like the game just fucked you over at that point, because that was definitely not my experience. Like, I'd find one every 5 levels, maybe? And that usually carried me until the next one. Sometimes I'd find a bad one, so I'd have to use...
Were you playing multiplayer?
No. I play... I can't play multiplayer.
I don't trust people, so I don't play multiplayer.
Yeah. It's fucking weird, then. Yeah. The game was just an asshole to me, I guess.
Yeah.
Purples for days, but no fucking oranges at any point in Borderlands 2.
Yeah, you find... Okay, I was farming on Mayhem 1 on Borderlands 3 before I stopped playing it. You would find 1 or 2 oranges every boss. So, I mean, it's a little higher, but it's also Mayhem 1. So it's like, New Game Plus, essentially.
I don't know. I guess I'll wait for it to have its super special... Well, it's not going to be Game of the Year edition because I don't think it won any Game of the Years. But, like... Ultimate Edition, whatever they're going to end up calling it when everything's out. I'll give it a look then. But with everything I've seen of the game design and, oh boy, the writing, yeah, I can just wait on that one, I think. Makes me sad. Anything else, Lisa? Just...
Not really. I've read some other ones, but that's about it. Also, that feature you mentioned about QQ, does that only update you when the author uploads, or?
If you have read every thread in every post in the thread, then it will update you when someone new posts a thing. If you do not read every post in the thread, then it will alert you when the author posts a thing, and if it's a sizable post, which would make it look like a story update, it will say how many words it is. So in this case, Big Boom has posted a 1,700 word post in this thread, kind of thing. Is how that works.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a good feature, even if it seems a little spammy. But I guess some people actually do care about conversation and talking on the forum.
Yeah. So, like, if you don't actually care about anything but the story updates, then just ignore any alerts that aren't from the author. That's all it is. I should probably look up a recommendation. I mean, if we're looking at QQ stuff, I have probably a backlog of stuff. Let's be real. I have a backlog of stuff that's from there.
It couldn't hurt. I would also like to find more things that are fun to read, so useful for me.
All watch threads. Let's have a look. There's this thing called Melorine. It's a really good One Piece quest. You should take a look at. It's good stuff in there.
What's it called?
Melorine. It's really good. I hear the writer's a really nice guy, and
Are you pimping your own stuff, maybe?
I wouldn't know about that. It's crazy talk. Going Native. That's a really good one.
Ooh, I actually just read that one. Yeah, it is very nice. I like it.
I am a patron of the author, so that one is a very good one. Just by nature of it, made me want to give money to the author. So,
yeah, I have actually Ideas Guy, I believe the author is. Or at least that's his username on QQ. Yep. He's very good. Also, he updates fast. See.
Yeah. So the plot of this one is, I think this is cross-posted from other sites as well. I think it's on like Sufficient Velocity or something. Self-insert that gets put in as Tarbell, Vegeta's younger brother in Dragon Ball Z. But he wakes up in a pod that is feeding him knowledge, so basically his previous life knowledge is a little bit suppressed. So he doesn't really remember being human. He just has bits and pieces of knowledge that he shouldn't really have. And it's a story of him having the power level of a low-class Saiyan, but being in the royal family, so he has to prove himself to actually be worthwhile before his family will acknowledge him. And he gets put on Bardock's squad to do dangerous missions so he can prove himself and stuff. And it's also a DC crossover, but not a full crossover. It's just the Frieza Force stuff that gets crossed over to DC. So most of the universe is DC, and then there is also the Frieza Empire, where he's just taking over planets to sell them. And he's kind of a dick, but everyone leaves him alone because the people he squabbles with a lot are the Reach, who everyone also hates. So it's, two assholes fighting, just leave him alone to do it, kind of thing.
That is straight up a plot point that comes up. The Reach makes a propaganda video trying to turn the universe against Frieza, and everyone is like, "No, fuck you. Who cares?"
Yeah, basically, it's pretty good. Yeah, so that's really good. It's not actually dealt much with the DC side of things so far, except for the Reach.
Barring the Reach and the Green Lantern at a distance.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is one Green Lantern that has shown up.
Going any further than dipping your toes into DC sounds like trouble, so I can imagine why they would not.
Well, the main character, he's not super powerful yet. He found kind of a cheat recently, but he remembers the techniques from DBZ, and he's recreating a lot of them, but he's not that powerful yet. So if a lot of the big names show up, he'll just get stuck.
Yeah, he's verging on Vegeta at his introduction levels of powerful currently. So, but he's also like 5.
Yeah, he's literally a toddler. So, in this, Saiyans go through like big step growth spurts. So they'll kind of look the same age for a couple of years and then suddenly shoot up.
Yeah, I believe that's actually a thing, like a Word of God thing that happens. Like they have 2 major growth spurts and then that's it. Which was the hand-wavy explanation for how Goku was just the tiny little baby boy for like most of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I think they hit one at 8 and then 16 and then one last one at 20 that doesn't do a lot, but it just kind of like a little power boost in the end.
So they just explained why Goku got
Pretty much, yeah.
At the start of Dragon Ball Z, he was not ripped. All right, then.
Yeah. And it will go to, like, DC Earth at some point. It has been mentioned, it has been brought up, and the seeds have been laid. But it's apparently quite a ways away from that yet. But he updates weekly with significant updates, like 5 to 10,000 word updates, and yeah, it's going at a good pace. I like it. It's good.
No, he's definitely someone worth supporting. He updates fast and has really good content. So I actually have considered becoming a patron, even just in the couple days I've been reading his stuff.
Yeah. So
and Goku has been mentioned, but he was sent on an infiltration mission as per canon. So if you don't like Goku, you won't have a problem reading this.
Yeah, he's not really like there's a couple of the author is not quite decided on what exactly Goku's going to be doing, but he's not really going to be a major facet of the plot going forward. He's one of the possible things that has been said that might happen to Goku is he goes to Tamaran.
Oh, okay. I don't read the actual forum posts, so I didn't catch that. That's pretty cool.
So that's pretty much my recommendation. It's really good. You should check it out. It's called Going Native, Dragon Ball Z, DC crossover. I'm going to see if I can Google that and it will come up.
By Ideas Guy.
Yeah, if you Google Going Native DBZ, it'll come up. The Space Battles version, anyway. And fanfiction version. It's apparently on that too. I didn't even know. I have not gone to fanfiction.net in fucking ages.
Yeah. I don't know if this is common, but it feels like every DBZ story on QQ doesn't have a lot of actual lewdness to it. So it could easily be transferred to fanfiction.net and lose nothing.
Why wouldn't you want to do that?
I don't know what it is about the DBZ universe, but it's basically sexless. It's crazy.
It is very strange. Considering how quickly they, like, introduced the pervert character in Dragon Ball, that's fucking weird. God damn.
It just makes him stand out more, I guess.
Yeah. Dragon Ball is fucking weird. It's just weird overall for, like, fandoms. Like, no one cares about the usual, like, things you see in fandoms. It's all fucking number crunching. That's all anyone cares about in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's an episode, I guess. We would do the Patreon thing, but did we do? No, we didn't do it last week because it wasn't out yet. We would do that, but Zero isn't here to tell us who the patrons are. He is sadly in the trenches of a California public high school, not high school, kindergarten, which is debatably worse. It depends on whether you prefer guns or terrifying children, but, you know.
I'll take the guns. Fuck. At least I'll die fast.
Yeah. We pray for you, Zero.
Yeah.
Fighto.
We'll get him back, but it'll be the parts that we don't want.
I like to fight 30 kindergartners. Just see how that would go.
Would you rather fight 30 kindergartners or like a mecha kindergartner that's like 30 of them stuck together?
You didn't know where to go with that, did you? You had to really panic and go like, wait.
Not entirely, because then it would just be like either 30 kindergartners or one adult the size of 30 kindergartners.
Well, obviously 30 kindergartners.
Yeah, okay, that's a good enough note to end on. All right, so that's the podcast. If you don't want to donate on Patreon, we'd appreciate it. Link in the description. Public Discord, where Ken posted his video where he breaks a kid, I guess, is a thing that maybe happens. I don't know. Let's link in the
Then I
description.
lose.
And he loses, yeah. But he's a loser, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to agree. So thanks again for listening to the podcast. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you guys.